is your backyard helping fight environmental decline? Gardening and landscaping expert Carson Arthur is here with some tips on how to help. And Carson, I've already learned so much as it is before we even started. So
Amazing.
Let's talk about the soil instead of plants that you were talking about.
Yeah, okay, so when we're talking about being environmentally friendly, I moved to Prince Edward County a few years ago, and everybody there is trying to be better in outdoor spaces. So that's what I'm bringing today to share with everybody here.
Yes, all right.
All of the nice things that you can do. So let's talk about soil first.
Okay.
Instead of actually treating your soil the way we always have, using synthetic fertilizers and a little push fertilizer,
that's all I know.
We have to move to organic fertilizers. We now know that synthetic fertilizers, especially on the grass, release CO2 back into the air. The grass pulls the CO2 down through photosynthesis, but when we put synthetic back, we release it back into the air. In fact, 1 pound of synthetic fertilizer releases 4 to 5 pounds of CO2, which is a huge amount.
That is a lot.
It's scary. But when you're using organic fertilizers like bone meal, blood meal, even chicken manure, products like these, they don't release CO2, they're better for the soil, and the plants over a longer period do better as a result. So move to organic first.
Okay, so starting, just like being able to feed, I guess, your grass and your soil in a
now's the
healthy
time.
way.
Everything's growing, let's feed the plants.
Okay, so we're also trying to move into another direction, moving more electric.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing a lot of power tools going all battery operated, and I love this. So whether you're using indoor tools or outdoor tools, choosing a battery platform is so important because this is clean energy. But more importantly, these batteries are recyclable. So all the parts stay out of the landfill, which is so important, especially when we're talking about things like lithium. And when you've got brands like Craftsman who have developed more outdoor products that all operate on the same battery, now you don't even need all the batteries. You can actually interchange the battery from tool to tool to tool. So whether it's an indoor sander or an outdoor pruner, you're using clean, recyclable energy. So much smarter.
Those are the cool ones. I know my dad has one where the battery is interchangeable, and he has one where it comes with a speaker, and then you can put that in. Look at that.
These
That's
are
so
awesome.
Cool.
Anybody with issues cutting trees and pruning, we've got an option for you now too, all battery. So much better.
Yeah, and I know we were saying like the Polestar lawnmower is a thing of the past now.
They pump CO2 straight into the air, so let's skip over those. Move to battery when you can.
So we were also talking about the importance of bird feeders.
Birding,
and
yes.
This, you have a lovely display here for us.
Thank you.
Help us out trying to get these birds in our backyard.
All right, so our birding population right here in our area is on the decline.
Yeah.
David Suzuki Foundation said it's somewhere between 13 and 15% we're losing our songbirds that come to this area to nest. So it's really important to use your backyard to feed the birds. So don't just feed them in the fall, feed them all season long, because we now know if there's seed and there's food readily available, not only are there more eggs in the nest, but more babies survive. So whether you're feeding your hummingbirds, your songbirds, like your chickadees, your juncos, orioles even, providing a regular food source is fantastic to help save those populations.
And we were talking about some of the specific seeds that you need, because I know Emily's boyfriend is trying to get the birds to come to this backyard.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the seeds that we might be looking for to help feed the birds in the Hamilton area or maybe just Southern Ontario?
Yeah, absolutely. So anything with large sunflowers is going to attract bigger birds like blue jays, but they also attract squirrels. If you have a squirrel or a rat problem, looking for blends like this guy, it's called Squirrel Free from Wild Bird Trading, but what's nice about it is it doesn't have any cayenne pepper or any of the bad stuff. What it has is just a blend of seeds that the rodents don't like. So no mess, no fuss, but more importantly, your birds will still come in and eat it, no problem.
All right, perfect. And of course, we need flowers in our backyard.
Yes.
So what can we do about that?
Well, everybody always focuses on the blooms, and I love that. But when we're talking about climate change, don't forget the greenery.
No.
Photosynthesis happens in the greenery in your plants, not the flowers. So choose plants that have lots of green, lots of nitrogen, because they take more of that CO2 out of the air than the flowering ones. So beautiful fern like this, make sure you incorporate lots of green into your backyard.
It's stunning too, and they have the nice hooks, and you can just put that right on top of like outside on your planters.
Yeah, and I don't want to say they're disposable, but they make great compost at the end of the year.
All right, that's amazing. Well, Carson, where can we find more details if we're looking for information?
So carsonarthur.com. You know, you can always find me on Instagram and all the social media, and I'm always going to be promoting environmentally friendly choices because we need to make a difference.
Lovely. Well, Carson, thank you so much. I know I have a lot to do now in my backyard to help the birdies, but we have all those details up on our website at chch.com. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Look at these. This is a fun one.